thank you guys so much for being back here with Mompreneur Mentor channel. We are bringing you live today Petra. Petra is our Air Fryer Secrets co-author, and we'd love to learn all about you, Petra. Please introduce yourself so we can hear more about what you're doing in the digital entrepreneur space.
Thanks, Lisa. My name's Petra Manos, and I'm from the Quantified Web. And my chapter is on the geeky side of digital marketing. It's actually on analytics. So I'm specializing in Google Tag Manager, Google Analytics, and the analytics tools that come with those packages.
Wow!
So, sorry, I don't know what you want me to say after that.
That's actually really cool. And lately, we've been if you guys haven't checked out the Air Fryer Secrets playlist, check it out. We've got authors from all walks of the world. Petra's from Australia, right?
Yes, I'm from Australia.
Nice. So how did you meet Kevin Stephen Quinn if you're all the way in Australia to get in the book?
Oh, digital covers no bounds, does it? So we met each other on the ClickFunnels Facebook group, and he was talking about his book, and I thought it sounded like a great idea. I'm highly specialized in the analytics side of things, so for me, being able to write a chapter on analytics was quite straightforward because that's just what I do every day.
Well, that's awesome. So what do you do for do you have private clients, or do you work in a corporate setting in analytics?
No, so I've got private clients. I have a small agency, and what we do is we work primarily with marketing agencies and e-commerce clients to do things like tracking conversions for them and e-commerce tracking, cross-domain tracking, and getting their analytics working. Creating custom reports and basically anything to do with analytics. But the main types of clients we work with are marketing agencies and e-commerce, because they usually have needs where they need to actually track the revenue in order to get the result from their digital marketing. And so rather than try and work it all out themselves, which can be pretty difficult sometimes, they'll go to a team. They'll go to my team.
That is awesome. Man, I wish I knew you when I was doing my drop shipping. I just sold that company, but analytics was the one thing I could never wrap my head around. So you guys know, if you need analytics, Petra Manos right here. And she is doing the book, the whole chapter on analytics. So how is the chapter structured? Is it kind of like an introduction to analytics?
Yeah, so I've covered the main tools that are in the Google Analytics suite and why you would use different things, because a lot of people think it's just Google Analytics, and they'll have an idea of how to use Google Analytics, but they won't realize that if you use tools like Google Tag Manager, it actually enables you to get those conversions into the analytics, into Google Ads, into Facebook, and that really is the hub of the analytics. And then also using Google Analytics to try and work out what's going on isn't always the best choice either. So Google have a tool called Google Data Studio, which lets you actually read that data in a way that is easier to read or pulls out more information than you could get from Google Analytics. So using the three in conjunction is really important for businesses who have the budget to be spending on paid advertising. They just get so much more out of it than using Google Analytics on its own. But it's still a tool that's fairly new, and people don't always know how to set it up yet.
Yeah, man, I just found even setting up Google Analytics was a whole, ooh, man, like I almost had a lot of my VAs in the Philippines try to help me, because there's a lot of code in that, and pixels or tags and data. So after you get all this data and the analytics for your clients, how does that like increase the bottom line?
Well, first of all, if someone's doing paid advertising, these days, most of the paid advertising platforms, they optimize based on algorithms that are internal to their software. And that software actually uses data to drive who they're going to show the ads to. And so the more accurate data you can provide Google Ads or Facebook, etc., the more likely it is to target the right types of people. So it's integral that businesses do have their analytics set up correctly, especially any kind of e-commerce or revenue, because without that, those algorithms won't work correctly. Same with conversions. So not every business has e-commerce revenue, but they might have lead generation in terms of email signups or people filling out the contact form, etc. All of those types of interactions on the website, you need to be able to track them in order to say that something has actually happened, and these are the type of people we want to go after. And so the more of that data that you can get into your analytics, the smarter your paid advertising becomes. It ends up making a huge difference to your revenue if you're targeting the right people.
Well, oh my gosh, I might have to hire your company for my next startup. That is amazing, because yeah, I feel like that's the one thing I missed the mark on, was really getting great analytics. I felt like with e-commerce, I grew as much as I did, made a bunch of money, teach other people how to do it. But then I was like, I actually want to build my own products instead of selling other people's. So it sounds like you are the go-to gal for analytics. I love that. What is your offer at the end of your chapter? I know you guys all should know that there's thousands of dollars in value in the Air Fryer Secrets Cookbook that we're putting out this December 2019. All the chapters have offers at the end where you get a lot of free value. And again, all proceeds go to Operation Underground Railroad. So what about you, Petra? What's your offer?
If you go to www.thequantifiedweb.com/airfryer, it actually takes you to a page on my website that has a whole bunch of freebies. And one of the ones that's on there is an ebook called ECommerce Google Analytics, and it goes into anything that you would need to know with regards to setting up analytics for an e-commerce business. So that one is a really detailed resource. It's about 145 pages, and it's really in-depth information, but I've tried not to make it too it's for someone who runs an e-commerce business rather than for the technical person. That makes sense.
That does make sense. And that is so exciting. Like, I want to go there right now just to read it all myself. Very excited. That is huge value, Petra. And thank you for doing that and being part of Air Fryer Secrets. That's amazing. Analytics is so important, and most people coming into e-commerce or digital marketing don't actually realize that. I mean, myself included when I started. So if any of you mompreneurs out there are getting into that e-commerce or digital marketing space, make sure you check out Petra. Is that where they can find you too? What if people our viewers just want to reach out and say hi and get to know you? Where can they find you online just to chat?
Certainly, they can go to that same website. So they can go to thequantifiedweb.com and they can contact me on there. There's other freebies on there. There's one coming actually, which it's not quite finished yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. It's called Who Will Buy From You on your website. And it actually shows you how to set up tracking that will find out the exact characteristics of your buying audience. So that one's super exciting. I can't wait to get that one out too. But certainly if you go to my website, I've got ways to contact me on there, and I've got a email newsletter that goes through like blog posts and articles about how to set up this type of tracking. So.
I love it. It sounds like there is a whole gold mine there for you guys. So don't forget to check it out. I guess before we close out, is there any, one quote or piece of advice you might give our viewers out there as kind of like an ending quote that are these mompreneurs or digital entrepreneurs trying to get started kind of in their growth as an entrepreneur?
Yeah, well, it's not so much a quote, but just a piece of advice. Don't avoid the things that seem hard, because sometimes something might seem hard, but it can actually be quite easy to get them resolved if you just find the right person, or if you get that right piece of advice, or just try some of the tutorials that are online. You can actually get past those hard things, and sometimes the hard things can make a lot of difference. So if something seems a bit of a reach, just go for it anyway.
I love that. That is so good. And you know what? That is very important for all of you mompreneurs and entrepreneurs out there watching the show. And if you guys have not checked out the Air Fryer Secrets playlist, check it out on our channel. to meet more of our amazing co-authors. And check the description link box below for Petra's links. We're going to add her links there if you guys need analytics, if you're doing e-commerce, if you're doing mommycom. Petra is the gal to talk to. Petra, thank you so much for being on the show today. We really appreciate your time, and I hope that you're having a good time down under. Is it summer down there right now?
It is, but it's raining. We're having a storm. It's like 18 degrees, although that's obviously not Fahrenheit, but it's rather cold.
Oh, well, I hope we do get some sunshine down there while we're celebrating the holidays. And thank you for being on. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe and follow that Air Fryer Secrets playlist because we've got lots of more authors coming on. All right, bye, guys.
Thanks, Liz.